Alright, y'all about Shimmy Al Shah Brakathon. Alright, this is GMS Wisconsin with another segment of the money lesson. This segment is money and war. Alright, how money is incorporated with the war, comparing, contrasting the ancient world to America today. Alright, just showing you how the ancient world was, basically intelligent design, how this world is perfectly flawed. Okay. First scripture is Numbers 1 and 18.
This is Numbers chapter 1 verse 18.
Right. So when you have your economy set up, you have your sovereignty. You have to have a standing army, like we mentioned in the last segment. All right. So.
Okay, so Numbers 1 and 18 says, "And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the numbers of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. As the Lord commanded Moses, so he numbered them in the wilderness of Sinai, and the children of Reuben, Israel's eldest son, by their generation after their families, by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names by their polls, every male from 20 years old and upward, all that were able to go forth to war."
Right. So these are the men that had to go to war. That was 20 and up. Okay. And in America it's practically the same thing. What is it? 18 to like 30, to a certain extent.
Yeah, so they let you in early here.
Yeah.
3 years before the scriptures determine you supposed to be in that shit.
Baby.
Yeah. You actually be a baby at 18. From the age 18 to 21, that's a big change in your psychic, your body, everything.
And to point out one good point is that in the ancient world, you didn't fight to basically conquer every nation around you and have them in subjection. The army was set up for you to protect your land, your family, and the generations. Kids, and so on and so forth, and your land. Right? It wasn't to basically go out and take down nations because you want to steal their mineral resources, which Esau does in his world. All right, so Numbers 31 and 27.
No, I was just laughing how you said that at the end and shit. I'm thinking like, damn, that's lining right up.
It's Numbers chapter 31 verse 27.
Because when Esau goes and attacks a sovereign country, he sets up coups.
Yep.
He sets up unrest. All right, so basically they can basically destroy the country from the inside out. Right, but the correct way to do it, to go about doing it, is which we have the scriptures to back it up. But Esau doesn't do it the correct way. The correct way is to protect your homeland. Esau has over 100 military bases in over 100 different countries. I'm sorry, he has many different military bases in 100 different countries. So basically his army is spread thin. The scriptures say that. The scriptures say that he dwelleth not at home. It was talking about Esau. All right, and his malicious ways that he go about, basically doing his bidding, destroying the earth. Go ahead, Doc.
Okay. It's Numbers chapter 31 verse 27. It says, "And divide the prey into two parts between them that took the war upon them who went out to battle, and between all the congregation."
Right.
So yeah, they're not following that law. They're not, with the people, they're not giving them half of what they get. Like when they went over there to Afghanistan, they said they had 7 trillion so-called resources. The people's supposed to get half of that. They're supposed to divide it just like that.
And it was so bad that the 7 trillion I gotta laugh now. The 7 trillion was only in mineral resources in the mountains. That was just that.
Right.
Fuck the oil and Kuwait and all that shit, nigga. fuck the poppy seeds and the heroin and the marijuana. We ain't talking about none of that.
Right.
We just talking about mountains and rocks.
Which those other things, those poppy seeds and those drugs, which they did profit off of.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Those private corporations, which they profit off of.
Why you think they got all these what you call them distributors? I can't never say that word right.
Distribution centers.
No, not that distributors where they selling the marijuana and they selling it to people.
Yeah, distributors. Right.
Okay, distributors.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's why they got the motherfuckers set up all over. They trying to put one in Illinois, but the guy was saying like, look, if y'all gonna put one of these in Illinois, you better bring basically an army.
Yeah.
That's what the man was saying. The man was saying, okay, you want to say medical marijuana, right?
Right.
Now where's the army to this? Because he said y'all bringing crime.
That's it.
They you know what they want to do? Bulletproof glass, right?
Yeah.
Card, come through there. Got a fucking dude in a bulletproof glass that you get a card to, then he let you in. That's it. That's their security measure. Yeah, they gonna have fun in Chicago.
Yeah.
They take, and people take extreme, drastic measures, man, nowadays. You know, so they might got an RPG with it.
Grenade thing.
Yeah, motherfucker.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, the brothers
Think
going
about
into the spoils of war. It's
Yeah.
like-
Basically.
Yeah, bring it back.
So the brothers going into the spoils of war, and America, the American military industrial complex, does not, because you know the topic of veterans. That's what it's leading all up to.
Yep.
Okay, so they don't give the spoils of war to the soldiers. So they're supposed to have a partaking in those resources that America took from these sovereign countries, by the way. Which they set up coups and they set up the boogeyman and demonize a third world country.
And give them names like
So-
ISIS,
so-
Al Qaeda.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh,
Just
okay.
put it in
That's
the-
okay. That's why y'all justified not doing this. Y'all just said it. I just thought about it like, well, why wouldn't they follow this? Because, you know, Esau always got to have a way on not to do shit. He know it's written, but he going to come up with something. You just said it. Them his coups he started over there.
Yeah.
That's his money he invested to start that country to implode on itself. So what you thought he was going to get you half of his shit that he put his money invested in? No, he going to send his corporation over there. Got it. Y'all got him. Get him. Okay, Esau is a motherfucker, boy.
So 1 Samuel 18:5.
Now we got to do the numbers. Are you switching it?
Well, yeah, go do Numbers 31:27.
Let me shut up.
Numbers 31, chapter 31, verse 27. It says, and divide the prey into 2 parts between them that took the war upon them, who went out to battle, and between all the congregation.
Now that's the spoils of war. That's what they say, half.
It's
Salakia.
2 parts.
2 parts.
Yeah.
So I believe that's half. Two
Yeah,
parts,
half
two parts,
you get a part, and then the veterans get a part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you get a part in a congregation of people.
Yeah, even down the middle. Okay, so but Esau doesn't do that.
So what my shit at?
That's
What
why
you
the
say?
veterans are sleeping in tents under bridges and stuff.
Mm-hmm. 1 Samuel 18.
It ain't no more on there?
27. Go up a verse. Yeah, read 28.
Okay.
See what it says.
Verse 28, it says, and levy a tribute unto the Lord of the men of war which went out to battle, 1 soul of 500, both of the persons and of the beeves and of the asses and of the sheep. That was it.
Okay. I thought that was the one about the
Yeah.
the
This
carnival. How you do that shit for the veterans that parades?
Yeah, that was next.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, I kind of figured it.
Shalom, man.
1 Samuel 18:5.
Okay. This is 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 5.
Because after every encounter with the war,
Yeah.
like you was going into, they have the celebration.
Right.
That celebration leads to them getting half, splitting the spoils of war, and but the brothers gonna go into it. Go ahead.
I was looking for this too. This is 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 5. It says, and David went out whithersoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely. And Saul set him over the men of war. And he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servants. And it came to pass, as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets and with joy.
Right, so you're supposed to have that celebration.
Yeah.
So when they come back over here to America, all right, they're supposed to have the women.
Welcome home, banners and shit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a
ball.
big part.
They supposed to be like LeBron James and them, just won an
Exactly.
NBA or whatever.
Exactly.
call
They're
it.
supposed to be rich. They're supposed to be set up because in the medieval times, what they call
Dark Ages.
the Dark Ages, which it wasn't really dark because
It wasn't dark because there was no understanding, because you had mountains on mountains full of understanding, because Jake was there.
Yeah, just
art
Esau
and
got
art
Yeah.
paint
and,
the history.
music. They was very innovative in those areas.
Yeah.
But during that
Blaze
time,
Smith.
the knights, when the lord of the land, they would give their knights basically fields, and they would give their
Noblemen.
the noblemen.
Yeah, they will actually become,
They
yeah.
give them land.
Yeah.
They give them land. They have to pay taxes and so on and so forth. But that's one of the examples of how they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be the LeBron James. They're supposed to be the millionaires. They're supposed to be well off. Their family's supposed to be well off because they're fighting for their country. But this is a prime example in the ancient world. This is King David, after they fought their battles. All right, so you continue.
It says, wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him. But all Israel and Judah loved David because he went out and came in before them. And Saul said to David, behold, my elder daughter, Merab, her will I give thee to wife. Only be...
So we're supposed to come home. We're supposed to have wives.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be
Take
given wives.
During the war, they're supposed to have it's like
Line
Yeah,
up.
they're supposed to have concubines and wives. All right, they're supposed to
And
be
being a
paid.
nobleman. Shit.
Right.
Supposed to have booty.
Yeah.
They're supposed to be lining up.
Yeah, to do
This was the
like
war.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deuteronomy 20.
Yeah, they come up.
Yeah. So, go ahead, continue.
It says, I will get for her will I
Oh,
give
yeah. Not to mention, David was special ops. Him and his mighty men. But that's where they get the term. That's where they get it from. They get it from the scriptures.
That's why I said he behaved himself wisely. That's why Saul was afraid of him. Because he was sending him on them special op mission. And I know he's saying to himself, how did this guy keep coming back? The missions on the mission he only supposed to come back from. Oh, go ahead. Okay,
Because
okay.
David was-
That's
he was
cold.
He was a stripling. He was a young
Yeah,
man.
that was cold.
You know.
And Yahweh was always with him.
Yeah.
That's why he was gonna be making it, period.
They be sneaking around, jumping in other houses and slitting motherfuckers' throats in their sleep.
Him and his mighty men, they was special ops. They were what you would call like Blackwater today.
Yeah.
Navy SEALs and Marines.
Yep.
It says, Slaki, verse
It's
15.
cold.
It says, wherefore, when Saul saw that he behaved himself very wisely, he was afraid of him.
Yeah.
But all Israel and Judah loved David because he went out and came in before them.
Right, so you're supposed to honor your veterans. Well, they do somewhat in America, but the veterans don't get compensated. You know, that's what we're getting into. Go ahead.
It says, and Saul said to David, behold, my elder daughter Merab, her will I give thee to wife. Only be thou valiant for me, and fight the Lord's battles.
And you know what? We can care less. This is not a rah-rah for American veterans. We honestly can care less because y'all been duped. Y'all fighting wars of the rich elite. Y'all fighting wars for the international bankers so they can set up central banks in different countries.
And y'all know
Slavery.
this. That's why when y'all come back, y'all actually get reproached by the citizen. And y'all been getting reproached since what? The Vietnam War.
Yeah.
Since the 60s.
Some of y'all know what the fuck was going on. Some of y'all didn't know what y'all was getting into, but then y'all uphold America so goddamn high after they fucked y'all over. Y'all still don't want to talk about the subject.
Sure don't. So y'all got stupid.
Because y'all signed that contract. Made a covenant with death.
And that goes back to that go back to Numbers 18. That contract that y'all signed. Well, we signed it in the ancient world. We got the spoils of war that we supposed to have. We got half split down the middle. All right? We got those benefits. All right? we was praised and like David was because they
Since you
praised
said
him.
that,
Yeah.
you finish that. Since you said that, I want to bring this up real quick.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Just
go ahead, finish.
verse 8. We need
Verse 18?
to 8. Verse 8.
Okay. It says,
Oh, did you read it already?
Where you at?
18
Where you-
5.
Yeah, from 5 to 8.
oh, okay, so I can. Oh, I started at 12. This is 1 Samuel 18 and 5. It says, and David went out with whosoever Saul sent him, and behaved himself wisely, and Saul set him over the men of war, and he was accepted in the sight of all the people, and also in the sight of Saul's servants. And it came to pass, as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistine, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul, with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played, and said, Saul hath slain his thousands, and David his 10,000s. And Saul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him, and he said, they have ascribed unto David 10,000s, and to me they have ascribed but thousands.
Oh.
And what can ye have more but the kingdom? Those were the
So, you know, that was a situation where Saul got jealous. And he had a little malice, you know. So. But, you know, the point being that David was a man of war. He was more like a special ops type of deal. When you're dealing with David being set up, having his mighty men and being set up. But and the point being that he was praised. You know, they received him with open arms. He even got the king's daughter to wed. You know, so that was pretty huge. All right, compared to what this side of the spectrum is.
Right, you don't even get to shake Obama's daughter's them hand after
Right.
coming back from the war. You get to shake his hand and get that goddamn Baphomet put on your neck.
Right. So if you do get a purple star, you should come home. You should be able to pop Obama's daughter. Which
Right.
wouldn't be no problem.
Because they growing up looking nice.
Yeah, they is. Anyway,
Especially the one with that big ass Ethiopian forehead. They Ethiopians too. They ain't Israelites. Not the way that forehead look. I'm like, that bitch Ethiopian.
Big ass eyes and shit.
teeth going crooked.
Anyway, 1 Corinthians 11. Chronicles. Chronicles.
So 11.
Yeah, because you're supposed to get a higher ranking. Also, when you come back from battle. So every time you come back from battle, what they do in the military-industrial complex, they do get a higher ranking as they come back. But you know that was part of the ancient world. This is exactly where they get their whole system from.
Yeah.
So, First Chronicles 11.
Verse 1?
Yeah, verse 1.
Okay.
No, verse 9. It's 11.
Okay, this First Chronicles chapter 11, verse 9. It says, so David waxed greater and greater, for the Lord of hosts was with him.
Yeah.
It says, these also are the chief of the mighty men whom David had, who strengthened themselves with him in his kingdom and with all Israel to make him king, according to the word of the Lord concerning Israel. It says, and this is the number of the mighty men who David had. Jeshobeam and
Night
Hachmonite.
and hot night. It's like
It's the chief of the captains. He lifted up his spear against 300 slain by him at one time. So, and after him was Elijah, the son of the Doe.
We
That's
worried
why
ab-
they was mighty. That's why they special out.
Right.
One.
that's
And-
why the nations.
and-
That's why the nations keep us down. 'Cause that's the type
Right.
of power we get.
And now we worried about being jumped by 2 people. That's what we at now. We went from there to nothing.
So, and after him was Elijah, the son of the Dodo. I think I was gonna say
Dodo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Dodo. The Ahohite, who was one of the 3 mighties. He was with David at Pasdamim, and there the Philistines were gathered together to battle, where a parcel of ground full of barley, and the people fled from before the Philistines. And they set themselves in the midst of that parcel and delivered it, and slew the Philistines, and the Lord saved them by the great